Good morning. It's December 30th, and today I'm going to take the morning to do my little yearly reflection, maybe a little bit of goal setting. Over the past few weeks, I've kind of been in a lot of a reflective mode. There are a lot of changes happening. And today I just want to sit down, journal a little bit, and make a little video wrapping up this year, because it was definitely a very stimulating year with lots of learnings, lots of beauties. So I'll start by reviewing the highlights of this year. So the first thing that came to mind when I was reflecting were all of the live shows that I played this year. So I played with my friend Sako here from Valenton. And my friend Sasha from Yerevan, and there were kind of 3 shows this year where I sang and played guitar in front of an audience. And they were all very positive experiences, and I definitely want more of that in the new year. I have this resistance to taking music more seriously because I don't want to lose the magic that I have around it, but I also have a deep desire to, deepen myself into my skills in music and on guitar and piano. So another huge highlight of this year was hosting the Femino conference. Again, it was a joy to be on stage. There's a theme here of wanting to be, the things that I enjoyed this year most were when I was on a very visible platform. And being on stage at Femino and being surrounded by women that were all working in different spheres, mostly tech, but also committed to the Armenian ecosystem. It was just a whirlwind 2 days where I got to meet so many people, and I definitely want to figure out the puzzle of what does it mean to potentially move my career in the direction of being a host, being a speaker, and those general questions, because also the positive feedback that I got from that conference was very inspiring for me to pursue a similar path of speaking on stage. This is less of a personal highlight, but more of a highlight of how Vanadzor has been changing. So this year, a lot of new places opened. So we have the Korean restaurant that opened by Licks. Shamam's Macaroons has become an absolute staple here in Vanadzor for my life. The Boo Mountain Biking Cafe finally opened. We had been waiting for 4 years for that to happen. And then these 2 women from Lebanon opened a Lebanese restaurant literally a month ago. Just the fact that all of these new alternative places are opening in Vanadzor is a sign to me that, the city is progressing in a really beautiful direction, albeit slowly, of course, but that is the Vanadzor pace. So another highlight of this year was all of the travel that I got to partake in locally here in Georgia and Armenia. But I got to, the highlight was in November when I went to Mehri and we did a trip through the south. Also got to stay in Sisyan for the first time. It made a very positive impression. I got to see Iran across the border for the first time, and that was really fascinating. And it really opened my eyes to also my perception of Armenia as being very spacious and expansive, but when we were down in the south, it felt claustrophobic because I was looking on the map. 30 minutes in one direction is Nakhichevan, which is Azeri territory, and 15 minutes in the other direction is Azerbaijan, and then you're right at the border of Iran. So that was the first time in Armenia, looking at the map, I did feel squished, claustrophobic, oppressed, and all that jazz. So in the summer flew by very fast, obviously, as most summers do, but just around my birthday, I really wanted to change, so I went blonde. So I'm pretty happy that I did that, just for curiosity to know what I feel like as a blonde, what I look like as a blonde. But obviously it's not me. I think in January I'll probably cut my hair extremely short to let my curls, my natural curls, grow back, because the biggest downside was losing my curls. So I'm excited for that, but I'm also really happy that I went blonde and I kind of took that rather impulsive decision. I think I decided within a day or two to do that change. So now that it's the end of the year, it's become clear that the chapter of Creopia is coming to an end, and Creopia has been the most enlightening, exciting, inspiring chapter of my entire life. So it's very sad that it's ending, but I'm also extremely optimistic about next year, and I'm trying to push away any anxiety and fear I have of next year being so empty with excitement of it being so empty, because I assume that this will be one of the only times in my life when I have such an open chapter coming up next. I really have no idea what I'm gonna do next year. I know that I wanna make a big shift career-wise, but yeah, I'm trying to hold on to this excitement of the freedom that I really do have next year to figure out what the next step will be for me here in Armenia, because of course I don't wanna leave Armenia yet. And I just wanna cherish this feeling, because I'm sure down the road I will be looking back on this time thinking, wow, wouldn't it be amazing if I could have such an open slate coming up. So thank you for making it through this video. It's been a pleasure to also make YouTube videos this year. I am really enjoying it. That's also something I want to do more and more in the new year. And I hope that there was something in my reflections that resonated with you, maybe sounded similar, and if you don't have it, I am sending you optimism for next year. So yeah, that's a wrap on 2022. See you in the next video.